I just read something very interesting this morning, and it was a question asked by somebody on social media. Why can't people be happy all the time? Why can't they just be happy? It's a question I decided to stop asking myself many years ago, because happiness begins within each and every one of us. I think it was Nelson Mandela who says, if you want to change the world, you got to start the change within yourself. Changing the world doesn't mean asking why people don't change. It means making the change internally yourself and then spreading that change and letting others see your happiness. Because what's going to make others happy is not whether you think or whether you ask yourself, why aren't people happy? I think people should be happy all the time. And that's a very interesting sentiment, that we should not get into the habit of wondering and asking why people are not happy all the time. It's not something that is productive, and it's not something that's going to make a change outside of you. It's not something that if you publish on social media is going to make somebody make a change in their attitude. Happiness begins with, number one, you, the person inside of you. Happiness begins not by outside sources, but it begins with the inside tapestry of your life. It begins with you. It begins in your heart. It begins in your mind. It begins inside of you. It doesn't begin, it's not affected by outside sources. The fact that we ask ourselves, why aren't people happy, is a sign that maybe we're not happy. It's a sign. It's not a definite. But I'm going to ask you to get into the exercise of thinking this way. Thinking this way. Changing your mindset, changing your perspective a little bit. Happiness begins with you. Putting a smile on your face begins with you. And if you can spread happiness, spread it like butter on bread. Spread it. Spread it all the time. Be that person that everybody wants to be around. Don't be that complainer that people want to reject. You know, people who are magnets are typically people who are thinking, oh, what a great day this is today. People who are magnets for others, who lead other people, are people who are thinking of different ways to serve others. Instead of asking why this person is like this or this person is like that, reach out to them and ask. Let them know you're happy. Let them know you're happy. Let them know you're not your problems. Let them know there's a solution. If you are solution oriented, you can teach others to be that way. I promise you, it's something that I've been able to achieve in a small way, in a large way actually, because happiness is a decision. Each person has happiness within their decision framework, but you cannot make them happy by asking, why aren't people happy? All you can do is say, I'm happy. I think it was Jim Rohn in the 12 Pillars that said, when you get your own planet, you can set up the rules. But as long as we're on this planet, there's nothing you can do about the sun coming out in the east. You can't change it. You cannot make it come out of the west. You cannot make it come out of the north. You cannot make it come out of the south. It's going to come out of the east. To my left side. I always come out my back door and I face that sun to the east. I'm never going to expect it to be facing the west. It is what was created for us. It is a paradise created for us. It is this place that we have, that we must make our paradise. It is this environment, this earth, that God gave us to be happy and make others happy. The secret in happiness is in giving. The secret in happiness is in being happy. It's not in asking, why is everybody else not happy? The sun is always going to come out in the east. Why not just accept that? Why not accept that people are unhappy sometimes and just move on and be happy yourself? Here's the sun to my right now. And here's the sun in front of me now. It's not going to change because I ask it to change. I'm going to change if I want to change. The sun is not. The sun is going to come out of that direction to my right. I am facing north now. The sun is to my right. It's irrevocable. You cannot change it. It's immutable. You have to realize that if you're going to make changes in other people's lives, it begins with you.